Anybody not following anything that DOS says goes. Anybody not following orders from Chike, Dosium, from DOS, you will be removed from IPOB and sanctioned appropriately.
And Simon is doing a good job, by the way. And I want him to stay on it. Not when I praise you, it goes into your brain. You start misbehaving after 2 weeks. We'll give you IPOB treatment. We'll give you IPOB treatment. We'll give you IPOB treatment.
Anything DOS says is what goes. Uzurumike is heading our reconciliation committee. If he calls you on the phone, you must listen to him and do as he says. He is our deputy head of Directorate of State, led by Mazi Chike, Dosium. They are the highest decision-making body in IPOB. If that thing is difficult, then now refer it to me. Do you understand? Anything, if they call you on the phone, you don't return their call, or you're doing strong head, I will then believe that the zoo has brought you over and you'll be dealt with. Edo State, be warned. No dabbling in volunteer affairs or ESN affairs in Edo State. ESN is in Edo State for your information. And very soon work will commence there immensely. Work will commence. Edo State comes under Ikechubu as Biafra land coordinator. We run a discipline movement more than anything. We value discipline more than anything else in the world. In IPO, that's the only thing we have. That is we are able to defeat the zoo and destroy the zoo is hinged on one thing, and that is discipline. If you know you cannot work for IPOB, you get out and join the Sabo. My instructions to this global family is this. We have the DOS, we have the finance department, we have the legal department, we have the medical. Anybody who is appointed into office, if you fail to obey your superior officer, you'll be dismissed live on air. I will dismiss you myself. And as I said, as I'm dismissing you, men are on the ground to apprehend you. You must obey your superiors. It is based on discipline, please. All this breaking, going forwards and backwards, I want to obey. That means you are not prepared to be in IPOB. If you don't know what obedience is, you shouldn't be here. After all, we are all under oath. It doesn't matter if you were with me from the beginning or not. You must obey your superiors, please. Very, very important. Very, very important. There are also finance officers. You know, those fools that stole our money from Georgia, they think they're very smart. But they will go to jail, and they understand it. If you are a finance officer in the US, please, we need all the funds people are contributing. Stop hoarding it. Stop hoarding it, please. When our US finance officer makes contact with you, you must please be able to oblige her and do as you're told. Or if you get a call, it's when you fail. Anytime you get a call from our sister Nnamdi, then you know you're in very serious trouble, you have done something wrong. Please make sure that our accounting and our audit is up to date. I do not understand the reluctance of some individuals in the US to remit the money that people had contributed to ESN. I don't understand the reason why you're holding it. I don't know what for. Please, that was why we left those criminals with money in Georgia and they stole it. Trying to be clever by half, or should I say too clever by half, like the Flan will always do. The two criminals living in Atlanta, Georgia, hoarded our money. No Kempo and the Zurumba. Two criminals. Two roads from there stole our money. I have all the records, and they must understand that. And I have maintained that any account that we have that Nnamdi cannot see, I do not trust that very account. As long as she doesn't see it, I will not trust it. And very, very soon, I will shut down every account that Nnamdi cannot see.
Must not disappoint him. And then also, Barrister Ejiofor. Barrister Ejiofor. So long as he remains the lawyer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are going to fight anybody that fight him. Yes. So long as he remained the legal counsel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, anywhere you see anybody fight him, fight the person back. Anywhere you see anybody slander Barrister Ejiofor, defend Barrister Ejiofor with everything in you. So long as he remains the lead or the counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the position. We are not going to disappoint Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. At the same time, we remain resolute and focused on Biafra. Biafra is here.
And Simon is doing a good job, by the way. And I want him to stay on it. Not when I praise you, it goes into your brain. You start misbehaving after 2 weeks. We'll give you IPOB treatment. We'll give you IPOB treatment. We'll give you IPOB treatment.
Something to the effect that why is it that when we're talking about supporting Radio Biafra and the work that Radio Biafra is doing, and this nonsense about people forming Biafra government here, Biafra government in exile there, and all that stupidity, when there is no Biafra yet? Why is it necessary that our people must be deceived? Why are we prone? Why are Igbo people, I'm not saying other Biafra nationalities, why are Igbo people prone to being deceived? Why do we accept lies more than the truth? You can look at the other criminal groups that they set up that crumble. What happened? They are dead, they are buried, they are finished. Nothing is coming up them anymore. The cockroach that comes up and mentions the word Biafra wants to have his own cabinet. What type of madness is that?
I know the game they're playing. There was this stupid video that is in circulation. You know that they can't attack DSM. They can't. They have no money. But I'm sure they gave money to the and gave them guns to say they are Biafran army. I don't know if the opposite them, which is a lie. It's the DSS creation. So they can have justification to say to Biden or the US ambassador, can you see they now have Biafran army? We can now move in to attack them. Anybody, if you are involved in that video, take a walk. You want to give Fulani Janja with the reason to invade our land. That's what you're doing. But we shall get to that later. Anybody involved in the circulation of that video is a gunner. I'm telling you. And those that made it. That's how people behave. Because they don't understand the game plan of the Fulani. People are very foolish. Fulani will come to you and want to use you and you succumb because you have greed, envy, and jealousy inside you. Which one again is Biafra army? I'm asking. From where? The day I will bring out the Biafra army, the number over 200,000 standing reserve is over 1 million. Some bunch of idiots somewhere because you are serving your Fulani Janja with masters. We'll get hold of all of you. Take a
We are ever ready to protect every inch.
We know the bad eggs when we see them. They got some people, I don't know whether they may be in Olu or whatever, got them together, gave them, say, we are Biafran army, a few idiots. They are shooting guns, we are Biafran army. Inside somewhere. Did we tell you that we have formed the Biafran army? We said when we form it, the world will know that we have come. If you claim you are behind any useless group calling themselves Biafran army, show your face because I'm showing my face on video. I claim ownership of course. I can claim responsibility for ESN. Can you claim yourself for Biafran army? If you claim you're
Biafran people army,
that's to show it's all the handiwork of DSS.
We are to protect
mad people every idiot everywhere. Africans are lack of discipline. You don't have discipline. You don't have discipline. That was why the white man came and conquered you because you lack discipline. After the white man must have fought with you, Fulani came from Senegambia because you have no brain. Every idiot don't know what leadership entails. Every month he thinks, oh, maybe we have it. Nobody is funding IPOB ESN. It's only IPOB that's funding it worldwide. If you think he can bring 2 or 3 people together with a few rifles, and because of that, you can start calling for funds, you are wasting your time. You don't know our people. They won't give you a dime.
All Biafra.
That would be my Biafra. Fulani is making use of your brain. ESN is all that we have, and we must guard and protect it jealously. I want to sound a note of warning to all those in the diaspora. I know that some of you mean very well for what we are doing on the ground, especially our men on the front line. Nobody wants to hear that our men are hungry or that they are sick, they're not receiving the right treatment. Nobody likes that. But I want to warn all of us in the diaspora, please, very, very important. Stop calling people who are on the front line. You must desist from contacting commanders on the ground from today. No more. Because it breeds insubordination and ill discipline, which we cannot afford right now. If there is any complaint, very soon a number is going to be released. The command of ESN flows from me. to our high command, to our general on the ground who now gives instructions to the men in the field. We don't want a contamination of that chain of command. You may mean very well, no doubt. And all those who are in the business of doing videos complaining to people in the diaspora, you must stop forthwith. You must stop it immediately. We are not going to tolerate or allow that nonsense to continue. If you are an operative of ESN or a commander, I must also warn you, please, not to contact those abroad unless you are instructed to do so by your state commander. In every state, the state commander is paramount. What he says goes. In the fullness of time, if he's not doing it very well, we will know and we will seek to correct it. Stop speaking to those who are in the diaspora. The zoo can plan people abroad to know where we are. You don't know. After talking to them, you compromise your position. It will be attacked already. Please, that nonsense must stop tonight. I don't want any meddling in the affairs of our men on the ground. All the funds being contributed is being disbursed on the ground to meet our day-to-day challenges. You must understand that, please. Every ESN operative in every state is under the state commander. I don't care who you are. Even some Lone Rangers, some special schools that we have, you are under the overall command of the state commander. Every ESN operative in every state is under the state commander, who is under the overall general, who in turn reports to the high command. Very, very important, because the only thing we have to defeat our enemies is discipline. Any army that is disciplined always ends up winning. Very, very important. We understand this today. Discipline is key. And we don't want people who are abroad meddling in what we are doing. It is no good, please. Without discipline, we cannot defeat this monster. Remember that they have their agents in your governors and all the rest of them. You must understand that our governors are evil. And like those that sold our forefathers to the white man, they will do anything now to sell us to the Fulani Janjaweed. They have no conscience. They have no soul. That was why they invited Operation Python Dance 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, if it's before they bring Python Dance. And as I told you, people should not panic. They say they want to bring their army. They have no army to bring. The zoo, they have no army to bring. Forget all that rubbish. We'll bring our army. You have nothing to bring. And if you try to move the few people you have in Bauchi and in Kaduna and Makurdi down to the east, Fulani, the hardened bandits will overrun your villages. And you know that very well. So that nonsense will bring us rubbish. They have nothing. One day, they will answer for their crimes. Please, without discipline, we cannot defeat these people. And to all those encouraging these evil and corrupt governors, know that you are aiding and abating the terrorists to take over our land. If you support this, there will be rubbish. You are aiding them because they can't do nothing. How can you form a security network with the Fulani soldiers behind you and Fulani police? There is no sit at home. You do peace, you sit at home. Never. It has never worked in the history of humanity. Sit at home. You do peace, you sit at home. Never. There is only two ways. There are only two ways. My grammar has to be correct. Only two ways to fight for your freedom. Only two. Not three, not four, not five. Either you go to the ballot and vote for the people that you want to see govern your lives, or you go to war. There is no sit at home. You do peace, you sit at home. Never. It has never worked in the history of humanity. Because if you go to vote, you can only get the same people. Even if I vote you in with the best intentions in the world, you go to Abuja and they give you one malam to go and sleep with you. Come out and start talking rubbish, regardless of who you are. Because the system is inherently corrupt. The system is bad. You can't change it. It's like a policeman stopping you at the checkpoint back in Biafra land, and you're there shouting, saying, I gotta go. You start speaking American, I gotta go. You gotta leave me, you gotta leave me. You're making noise. There is no sit at home. You do peace, you sit at home. Never. It has never worked in the history of humanity. Tomorrow morning. And I hate criminality. I can't stand it. I said before, no banks should be touched, no church, no mosque, No business person should be touched. No business person should be touched. None should be touched. We know who our enemies are. Not the people struggling to feed their families. What kind of nonsense is that? We cannot touch people who have done nothing to us. That's not how we roll. Do not touch people doing their legitimate businesses regardless of where they come from. You cannot touch them. Please. So when something happens, we can investigate very quickly and find out. If not that we know who we are, do you think we would have found out that it was Mondino and Britain that killed Ahmed Gulak, you know what, to make it appear as if it is IPOB, so they can start killing our people? You don't understand that? We cannot give our enemies room to demonize what we are doing. That is why we cannot condone any criminal act. We cannot. And by tomorrow we are going to repay a full lorry load of onions. Money we could have used to do more important things. We are not going to spend compensating the owner of those onions that some fools vandalized. Tomorrow morning. And I hate criminality. I can't stand it. I said before, no banks should be touched. No church. No mosque. No business person should be touched. No business person should be touched. None should be touched. We know who our enemies are. Not the people struggling to feed their families. What kind of nonsense is that? We cannot touch people who have done nothing to us. That's not how we roll. Do not touch people doing their legitimate businesses regardless of where they come from. You cannot touch them. Please. So when something happens, we can investigate very quickly and find out.
This Samo Ekpa Guguru will be the Biafra spokesman, the president and the founder of AUTOPILOTS. In don't talk say in less than 55 days, sorry, he say in less than 95 days from now, say Biafra go come. Say the Biafra of celebration go be 2023. And a lot of thousands of people that they believe this comedian. True, Biafra go come, but not be in less than 100 days or in less than 95 days as he claimed. So right now, I know say so many people go happy. Say I no support wetin talk because me, wetin me no like na being deceived. This man just dey for Finland. Every day they run mouth like squirrel, like parrot. And it will deceive a lot of people. Is that not a comedian? I see Samuel Ekpa as the most unserious person I've ever seen in my life. He's an unserious person. Every day you run to social media, you'll be empty vessel. Yes, empty vessel make the loudest noise. If truly you have something to offer, you will talk less. You will not be talking much. Every day. Because there is no difference between you versus any other comedian. You can see how they're in the street. But however the case may be, this is my own opinion. And you, when they watch me so, you are also free to drop your own opinion. Do you believe Samo Guguru Ekpa say in less than 95 days from now, say Biafra will emerge and the Biafra celebration will kick off? Do you believe him? Yes or no? This is not a matter of whether you are Igbo, you are Hausa, you are Yoruba, you are Biafra, you are not a Biafra, you are Edo. Everybody free to drop their opinion. Please comment respectfully. No insult anybody for the comment section. But don't forget, Samo Ekpa is a comedian of our time. Hey God, they don't boast. Samo Guru Ekpa, stop to deceive people. The Biafra self-acclaimed spokesman, stop to deceive people. The social media Photoshop, autopilot, pilot, we don't get blame. Stop to deceive people. Before you do mouth like cover bottle, stop to deceive people. Because you know, say, Nigerian people, they're very, very easy to deceive. You start to deceive them up and down. You they say in less than 100 days from now, Biafra will come. If Biafra will come today, me I go happy. But the truth of the matter be say, in less than 100 days from now, Biafra not go fit come in less than 100 days from now. Biafra go come, but nobody know when it go come. That's something where we say must come to pass. So why are you in a hurry deceiving people? If they say they check and they balance, or Gagogoro Ekpa, you get among the people, we deceive leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is Excelency. You tell among people we say deceive him because when Anonymous release secret, say this is how they plan to get Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, either by crook or by hook. Now you come out for social media, they say make anybody not listen to Anonymous. Say it's trying to create fear. I can still remember when I make a video to counter it, so many of your gullible followers then begin, they attack me here and there. But after you don't come out to counter the false dispute and detonize the information that was released by Anonymous, it was not even up to 3 months. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was raptured in Kenya and it was smuggled into Nigeria. Then from there, your wings now grow and you now started forming Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spokesman, Biafra spokesman, this one, that one. Because you have always wanted a space like this. Now, everybody's eyeing monkey. Me, I don't even trust you. Because you keep on fighting people, fighting your barrister, this one, that one. Must you fight your fellow brother and sister before people go know, say you they fight for freedom? It's a question. Make una answer me.
We are unrelenting and nothing can shake us. They know we are unbribable. Even our lawyers cannot be bought. Barrister Joffer cannot be compromised. It cannot be bought. That was why they voted his home. But before I go on any further, I must welcome each and every one of you. Our lawyers cannot be bought. Barrister Joffer cannot be compromised. It cannot be bought. That was why they voted his home. Schools. Let me not digress too much. Let me go back to Barrister Joffer and all the nonsense that the zoo people are doing. They invaded the Barrister Joffer's house. Everybody knows that very well. But if you look from the way they're writing about it, you will think Ipob actually went to police station and killed police people. Nobody. That is why black people, black Africans are so wicked. Nobody asked the policeman, what did you go to the Joffer's? He's a lawyer, for goodness sake. All of a sudden, the Joffer is now one Ipob member. Do you see how evil people are? And how deceptive the zoo can be? One Ifane Joffer, the only person that brought out his client, his high-profile client from detention. El Zagzagi is still there. Dasuke is still there. Falana is a senior advocate. He's still fighting. Falana, they even insulted him by coming to court to pick up his client. But Ifane Joffer is the only man in the history of the zoo under this current zoological republic you have now, under the Daura Caliphate. Is the only person to bring out his client alive, safe and well from a prison. For your information, that is the person they're referring to as one Ifane Joffer, a policeman that nobody knows his name. He's referring to a Joffer that is known all over the world as one Ifane Joffer. Why would a Joffer need to hide from the police? He's committed no crime.
I want the world to understand what transpired in Orifite, because all they hear is good, they don't hear come. They are so foolish. They don't pay attention. Because I grew up in the village. There is an adage where I come from. If you don't settle down and go through the facts, you will be misled by channels, television, and some other gutter Yoruba media. Gutter, I call them. A nation that gets its news from channels, television is doomed to fail. Doomed to fail. You will always fail. Because they're full of liars and deceivers. All that matters to a black person is his family. How to take care of his children. You want your children to go to private school, but other people's kids to go to the primary school. So your family will continue to rule forever and never, not live with that rubbish. That is what Channels is trying to do to some of you. Channels is the instrument, is the link through which this Alamajiri Caliphate wants to destroy your brain. They first destroy your brain, they come in, they take your land. The next time you have no home, you have no land, you're finished. Channels, television, evil. They did not quote what Orif the community wrote. They didn't listen to what Brete Joffo had to say. It had nothing to do with IPOB. It's about a village. People, masquerade group. It's nothing to do with IPOB. But all over even people that I respect. And I will not say anything bad about Amnesty International because they're very good. At least impartial. Amnesty International, because the case had to do with IPOB lawyer, it must be IPOB. Amnesty quickly tweeted, IPOB, because are you trying to buy favors from the zoo government? I'm asking Amnesty in Abuja, are you trying to buy favors? Because I don't believe in Okomnasukum Nerunala. If you are not going to stand on the truth, you get away from the road. We move on. I'm talking to Amnesty. If you cannot stand and speak the truth, ask the police, what are you doing in Pastor Joffo's house? What for? With guns, bullets, everything. Hillocks, what for? When the same police station, they went to Joffo's house. In the morning, 6:30, Joffo said, I am coming to see you. It is about a village masquerade. 2 people, and that corrupt man that calls himself the Igbo for Orifite. And they make off for you people are finished. I'm telling you the truth. You are finished. Now you will know. You remember Amechi Tibikamechi was also running his mouth. IPOB said, we got him in Spain. Ask him where his coat is, his jacket. Where it is. He's busy lying. Where is his jacket? I am telling Emeka from today, you're a haunted man. I'm telling you by IPOB. It's an order to IPOB everywhere in the world. Anywhere you get Emeka we'll show him. I preached on Radio Biafra before, for those who don't know Emeka very well. Let me say this. As I told Onyema, I'll say there were those that were not to use as experiment after the war. That is why we celebrate, we remember our heroes every 30th of May. Listen very carefully to what I have to tell you. Listen very, very carefully and attentively. You understand this? What the Alamajris planned after towards the end of the war, with the help of Harold Wilson, the then British Prime Minister, was to kill every male child above 10 years of age. And then groom the other ones in the Caliphate Alamajiri Emirate way of life. And those chosen for the experiment is this Emeka for you. So go and ask him, when I tell you something, go and do your research. Emeka was chosen by them. He was the model of how the Alamajiri wanted to conquer the sensibility of an Igbo man. Get them young, kill all their fathers, their uncles, get them young, nobody to guide them, and train them in Al-Majri way. Emeka was one of them. Go and ask. He has brought it to the village. I understand he said he's going to set up a group to fight IPOB. Then they'll be buried alive, I'm telling you the truth. I say this openly. I say it openly everywhere I go to. If you come to kill IPOB from now onwards, we'll kill you. We are not involved in what happened at your first house. For your information, go and ask Orif the community. Go and even ask the police. It was only when they killed themselves that Nasret to say, oh, it must be IPOB, because they know no other group of people have the courage and the determination the way we do in IPOB. When you came to my house and killed 28 on the 14th of September 2017, did we retaliate? We don't retaliate. Did we retaliate? I'm asking you. We had men all over the place. They wanted to do many things to the whole of Umwanya. I said no. I said, no, don't attack them. That's what they're waiting for. And you see this now? They have forgotten about those killed. They have forgotten that the police came and killed people. No! People in their own homes, police will come and kill them. That one is not news to Amnesty. It is not news to channels, no. It's only them. Do you know why they're shouting police killed by IPOB? Because they want to tell the world, oh, stop supporting them. They're terrorists.
Please, Barrister, before you begin to contribute into the commentary, there was a comment that somebody sent to Radio Biafra. His name is, I think, is Evans. I've forgotten his surname. He was saying something to the effect that why is it that when we're talking about supporting Radio Biafra and the work that Radio Biafra is doing, and this nonsense about people forming Biafra government here, Biafra government in exile there, and all that stupidity, when there is no Biafra yet? Why is it necessary that our people must be deceived? Why are we prone? Why are Igbo people, I'm not saying other Biafran nationalities, why are Igbo people prone to being deceived? Why do we accept lies more than the truth? You can look at the other criminal groups that they set up that crumbled. What happened? They are dead, they are buried, they are finished. Nothing is coming out of them anymore. The cockroach that comes up and mentions the word Biafra wants to have his own cabinet. What type of madness is that?
They sat down together and decided that they are going to produce a Biafran currency, and certain faces of certain people will appear on the currency. And Victor Adim called Kelechi and told him, please do the graphic preparation of the Biafran currency, and we have faces of people that be in the Biafran currency. And he told Kelechi, number 1, Ikemba Newi. Number 2, Nnamdi Kanu. Number 3, Simon Ekpa. Ikemba was to take $100 Biafran dollar. Nnamdi Kanu was to take 50 Biafran dollar. Simon Ekpa was to take 20 Biafran dollar. Madam Azuka was to take $10. Then Ngozi Orabueze and one other guy they call Oge, whom they said contributed a lot of money to the Biafran struggle, their name will appear in the Biafran currency. In fact, the information is on the social media. One woman called Halima, who is gunning for the House of Representatives, Ngozi advertised her on the platform, on her platform, advertised her that they should vote for her. So you cannot be a politician in Nigeria and also a Biafran operating in a very sensitive area in the Biafran struggle. Emeka Livingstone saw it. I didn't like it. So we went and began to pray that he will listen to us and get back to us. The next thing we heard was that Kelechi had been removed from the advisory council after he met with them. And when Kelechi was removed, he reported to me, I said, you don't need the advisory council. Biafra is more important than the advisory council. What we are saying now is we want to remove moles in our midst. So that council should be dissolved. We wrote to Simon that council should be dissolved. It's treason against Biafra. Onyendu is still in detention and he will come out. If we are going to deal on sensitive issues like currency, we should tell Onyendu to do it. And I told them that for the record, neither Simon Azuka or Ngozi Orabueze are members, are qualified to have their pictures in a currency. So they went back and suspended the currency thing. And Simon suggested to us that we go for cryptocurrency. We said, okay, fine. But when we discovered who Ngozi Orabueze is, we now sent a letter to Simon, hoping that he'll come to us. And now called Gaddafi. Somebody told me that I brought Gaddafi into this thing, that I should be very careful the thing doesn't go out to the public. So I called Gaddafi. I said, please, this is secret. Don't even tell Azuka. You are close to her, I'm close to her. Let it be between Simon and us. So that if the thing gets too much, he can call Azuka's attention. Then we can work together as a team and kill this thing so that we move on. That this girl is an infiltration. You know what Gaddafi told me? Gaddafi said, it is not him that the problem, the challenge now is to see Simon's capacity to look into this thing and keep quiet and don't mention it so that the outside world will not hear. Simon was not well last I'm just opening it for the first time. Last 3 weeks, we formed a prayer team, 5 of us. we were praying, asking God for Simon's life. We prayed, and as we're praying, God was revealing things to us that is so.
There is no sit at home. You do peace, you sit at home. Never. It has never worked in the history of humanity.
Sit at home must be enforced. Must be enforced. It is going to be part.
There is no sit at home. You do peace, you sit at home. Never. There is only two ways. There are only two ways. My grammar has to be correct. Only two ways to fight for your freedom. Only two. Not three, not four, not five. Either you go to the ballot and vote for the people that you want to see govern your lives, or you go to war. There is no sit at home. You do peace, you sit at home. Never. It has never worked in the history of humanity. The only way you can get Biafra is to say, as our great brother said, one of the finest men we've ever produced, Mbono Ojike. If you know him, go and read him, you will know he's a very intelligent man. Boycott all boycottables, or you go to war. Because if you go to vote, you can only get the same people. Even if I vote you in with the best intentions in the world, you go to Abuja and they give you one malam to go and sleep with you. Come out and start talking rubbish the next morning. They give you your boyfriend when you go to the north. As a little bit of when you walk they come out and start talking jazz the next morning, regardless of who you are. Because the system is inherently corrupt. The system is bad. You can't change it. It's like a policeman stopping you at the checkpoint back in Biafra land, and you're there shouting, saying, I gotta go. You start speaking American, I gotta go. You gotta leave me, you gotta leave me. You're making noise. An Igbo man lives in Lagos and Abuja, and all over the world for that matter, while genuine Biafrans live in Biafra land. It's as simple as that. Think about it. We continue. The event, which is being organized by the Imo State Government Liaison Office, Lagos, Imo State Liaison Office, Imo State in Lagos. Why not bring it to Imo? Hey, whoever did this to you people, it won't be well with that thing. It won't be well with it. Can you believe? So why can't Imo State organize this thing in nowhere, so that this so-called business can come to at least some of them will visit village for once in 30 years. Use it to bring them back home to the village. They will see how poor we are. Maybe some will land because there is only one flight a day. They will land in Port Harcourt. They will travel through Ohaji, and they will see poverty of the type that is crippling. There is a poverty you will encounter and your brain will cease to function. It happened to me in Ohaji. I went to Ohaji to tell our people. The level of poverty I saw, I froze. I couldn't believe that I went somewhere and I saw an oil well. I saw gas capped off. I said gas. Liquefied natural LNG and the other gas as well. Butane. You come and see poverty living beside gas, and then you go to Kanu and go to Kwakwansiya city being built by Governor Kwakwanso. Look at where your money is going. You are in Ohaji and go on. People are dying of hunger, literally. And go on a Bunde mud. An Awasa man will come to Ohaji and sell that thing that belongs to Ohaji, and they are building a new city. You are there doing Igbo man sense. In a sense, you have brain. That is why you are there. And Awasa man is taking what belongs to you. That goes to show you don't have any sense. You know, the worst that can happen is that when you're stupid, you don't know you're stupid. Igbo, you people are hopeless. You don't know you are hopeless. But I'm here to remind you, Radio Biafra, I serve Biafra, I don't serve Igbo people. I serve Biafra. I tell you the truth. If you like, you take. If you like, you don't take. That is your business. But is it the truth that I'm speaking? No, let us put it this way. Igbo people, you claim you're clever. But I want to know how stupid you are. There is oil in Aguleri with gas. There is coal in Enugu. There is gold in Ohafia. There is limestone in Ebonyi, in Kalago. There is white and black marble in Ebonyi. There is oil and gas in Ebema. Oil and gas in Ohaji. Oil and gas in Okwa. I am telling you places where you have resources in case you don't know. And oil in our mama. And a few other places as well that may have escaped me now. Now, you have all these things. And you are selling bicycle spares, spare parts. Bicycle, Igwe. In Damatru. Do you think you're okay? No. You are doing hustling in Lagos. The Damatru you're living in and in Kanu and Kaduna and Medugri, what they used to build their place comes from your village. I don't know if people are following what I'm saying. No, maybe they are not. What they are using or what they used to build Abuja, to build Medugri, to build Sokoto, they got from Biafra land. And then you ask yourself, how about the people from Biafra? How about their towns and their cities and their villages? Well, they are dying of hunger, poverty, deprivation. Come and see it. That means that you are not intelligent now because the oil is there with you. Our man is coming from the desert where there is no water, only Gigi and sand, flies and sand. They come and take what belongs to you, and you say you want to go and vote for somebody. It means you're daft. I'm sorry, but you need to believe.